Welcome to another CPaaSAA talk. I'm here with Raúl from S&P Global. We've just gotten back from Barcelona and MWC. Welcome home, Raúl.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So clearly we want to talk about our panel together at Enterprise Connect next week. But we did both just get back from the world's largest conference in our space. So maybe let's just take a quick minute. What did you feel that you got out of last week? What did you see? What did you learn? What good food did you eat? Give us the quick lowdown.
Well, always a lot of really good food in Barcelona. I can't get enough of that. So the event, I think, was quite interesting. A lot to see, never enough time to talk to everyone you want and attend all the conferences. But what really struck me was, um, last year, or actually for the last 2 to 3 years, Mobile World Congress has increased talk regarding network APIs, and this year they were full out. Um, if you visited the Ericsson booth, just front and center was Aduna, the joint venture they have with all the telcos globally. And as soon as you enter the Ericsson booth, the first thing that you saw was network APIs in the demo area. And I think that as you went throughout the different halls and then also the different conferences, right from the opening keynote, it was all about network APIs. So I think that signals that this is going to be a big year for network APIs, and it also tells me that the expectations in the industry, it really stands out as a major opportunity for telcos. What we have to discuss, and I hope to do that at Enterprise Connect next week, is what does this mean for the enterprise?
Yeah. No, I think that is where it's going for sure. Similar here, right, with the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance and our partnership with GSMA. We were actually part of the GSMA Pavilion, where a number of our members were actually, showing different types of use cases at the show. So I think that's right. I think telco APIs was clearly a big thing. What I thought was fun this year is that we've been discussing AI. I felt like clearly it was there, but it was actually part of solutions, not as a talk track. And so I'm hopeful that we've kind of crossed over to the next level around AI implementations and use cases, and it's a thing, right? I think we're seeing that deployed across telecommunications operators and then into the enterprise for sure.
Yeah, AI was all over the place as it happens in this type of events, but I agree with you. I think the cycle continues to move on, and I think we are seeing more talk about practical implementations. So I think that says that we're moving more into a results-oriented phase, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. And I think that's what'll be exciting about next week is we're actually there with an enterprise theme, right? So a lot of last week at MWC was the infrastructure to support the actual use cases at an enterprise or consumer level. And so it's kind of fun to do these back to back, though they could have given us 2 weeks in between rather than just one. So next week, as the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance, we have our Innovation Village once again this year, and so we're excited to be hosting, I believe, 8 of our members there. We'll have 2 or 3 different tracks on the expo floor, and so we'll have lots of great information for everyone to come at that level. But Raúl, you're hosting a really interesting panel around CPaaS. It's we call it a CPaaS panel, but we're touching on so many key different issues. Again, CPaaS is the infrastructure, it's really the use cases and the customer experience that we're talking about, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. So definitely a very interesting panel where you and I will be talking with stellar executives from InfoBip, Bandwidth, and Bonash. So great opportunity to learn from them. Yes, so the definitely the angle that I'm trying to work with is focused on what the trends are that enterprise organizations should keep an eye on this year, what this means for them, and then what to do about these trends. So I basically broke it into more or less four sections. They all kind of are interrelated. But the kickoff is from our research. We know that digitization is ongoing, so we do expect companies to continue with their AI, with their digital transformation initiatives this year. There's a bit of an angle there because what we see is, um, uh, in contrast to the to 5 years ago with the pandemic, we see now a focus on digitization both for the online but also for the in-person experience, meaning companies are investing either in extending or bringing together the in-person and the digital experience, and also modernizing their establishments with the latest technology. So you get a digital experience in store. So those are key trends. Now, other trends that we want to talk about at the panel. Um, Part of the ongoing digitization entails removing, eliminating friction, and we see right now two key areas where enterprises should focus on. One is reaching out to clients, so the digital engagement, the growth of digital channels. I'm sure you've noticed as a consumer has led to an increase in robocalls and spam SMS and fraud. So consumers, the problem with this is that consumers are being educated not to pick up the phone or answer to SMS. And this could be really harmful for digital transformation initiatives since they are centered on customer engagement, customer communications, and digital channels. So we'll talk a little bit about what problems we see and then what options there are for enterprises. And then together with this, we're also talking about friction in the purchasing process. So the digitization of the purchasing experience is also ongoing. And we see there are many opportunities there for companies to improve the user experience. And this includes fraud prevention, but also a smooth user experience. And that's actually when the talk about network APIs, which is another topic that we're touching upon, comes in because there are many interesting advances in authentication using mobile devices and the mobile network that we think enterprises could be interested in, not only to guarantee a better user experience, but also a safer transaction.
Right. I think that's also where we're talking about RCS coming in, right? So I think particularly for the US market, RCS being a new digital channel, I know I'm personally super excited about that. The rich messaging experience is so dramatically different. I compare it to a black and white TV with no remote, where you have to go and fix the antenna like we used to back in the day. That's SMS, and RCS is like a 4K experience. And so that digitalization that you're describing, we're going to have a new channel in the United States. that I think is really going to make a dramatic difference in many organizations' business.
Yes, for sure. I mean, RCS has been kind of just waiting to happen for so many years. I remember even years before the pandemic, there were some really, really interesting demos at the Mobile World Congress, and just the capabilities that it showed. Like you say, it's really a significant contrast with SMS. You have the opportunity to do interactive engagement, a lot of media, use of media, and many opportunities for telcos to really elevate the user experience. And, some might compare it to WhatsApp and what it has done for customer engagement and the purchasing experience. I think it goes beyond what you can do with the social applications. I'm not necessarily saying that it will displace WhatsApp, but I think RCS will definitely take its place along with other digital channels to elevate the customer experience.
Absolutely. So let's remind our listeners, what time is your panel?
I wasn't prepared for that question, but it's on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And like I said, we will be Kevin, myself, and we will have executives from Infobip, Twilio, and Bandwidth. So yeah, I'm expecting a really interesting discussion.
That's great. That's great. So come and see us with some of our friends Wednesday morning, and then also make sure and come see us at booth space 1511, which is the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance Innovation Village. And you'll actually get to see much of what we're talking about, frankly, in our panel. You'll have a chance to actually get some hands-on experience with that within our Innovation Village. So look forward to seeing everyone in Orlando next week. I'm hoping that it'll be much warmer than it was in Barcelona, and we'll take advantage of that as well. So safe travels, Raúl, and we will see you next week.
Thank you. See you then.
All right.